US Route 1 runs from the Canadian border right down to Key West in Florida, and I am walking directly across it. Happily, this is the point at which the main highway through Fort Lauderdale dives under the river, which means that I'm very well placed for seeing what this part of town has to offer. If you've been lucky enough to visit Florida, you'll know that there's an amazing retail offering with 1,000 mega malls strewn across the state. But if you want something a little smaller scale and smarter, then come here to Las Olas Boulevard, Style Mile.
Las Olas means the waves, and the boulevard extends all the way to the ocean. It's now home to a familiar travel icon with a brand new shop window.
Since 1888, National Geographic has been bringing the world to the world, reporting on new discoveries, telling astonishing stories, and producing remarkable images. And in an interesting piece of brand extension, it's now opened a gallery on the East Coast here in Fort Lauderdale.
Why did a magazine that steered travellers to the ends of the earth choose Las Olas Boulevard? Gallery director Robert Gundell.
We decided to start our East Coast expansion over here because of all the great things that are happening in Fort Lauderdale. There are high-rises, there are fantastic restaurants, and there has been a fantastic amount of community development that's underway right now.
Right now, the aroma of coffee is mingling with the fragrance of fresh flowers, because this is Anne's Florist and Coffee Shop. And Kim Fuentes is the designer who's responsible for the ambience of the place. I've never heard of a florist and a coffee shop in the same place.
Yeah, it's a unique idea, but it's one that works really well for us. So sometimes when I'm making their flowers and it takes a few minutes, they'll come over and grab a cup of coffee. And sometimes when they're walking around with their coffees, they buy flowers or a gift or something like that. I love the fact that 5 minutes away is the beach. I don't know if I could ever live anywhere where the beach wasn't within walking distance.
And carnations to cappuccino combination attracts fans from all corners.
The coffee's gorgeous, the location is brilliant, and the staff are wonderful. Beauty, and look at it, it's absolutely gorgeous. And we feel safe, we just feel it's the place easy for us to live. It's just absolutely stunning, we love it here.
On either side of Las Olas Boulevard, you can drink and eat your way around the world.
And just across the street is Louis Bossi's, where South Florida meets South Italy and goes out for dinner.
It seems to me there are more places to eat in downtown Fort Lauderdale than there are in some entire American states. Las Olas Boulevard is the axis of appetites and an excellent place on a warm Florida evening. My dinner companion is Blue Arouse, host of the foodie TV series Crave GFL.
When you think of South Florida, you automatically think of seafood and probably great Latin cuisine, right? But Greater Fort Lauderdale has really expanded the last few years, and they've really started tying in high-end to even cheap eats and, you know, everything in between. And I think if you're trying to hit all those different points, you start getting really creative, and these guys took the approach of doing their own cured meats, which is pretty unique down here. Finding your lane, I think, and trying something different.
You join us sometime later, and Blue has very kindly invited me to have the last morsel of mozzarella. We've done quite well here. My taste buds have had the most amazing time.
Very glad to hear that. It is good till the last bite.